All right, everyone. Welcome to episode 1 of the MMA Countdown show with your hosts Nick and Lewis. This is going to be an MMA podcast show, whatever you want to call it. Me and Lewis, we're going to be breaking down all the biggest events from press conferences, upcoming fights, and things like that. So we're going to jump right into it with 3 headlines of the week, which is one segment of our show. So what we're going to do now is we're going to list 3 headlines that happened in MMA this week that were the biggest of the week, and we're going to discuss them, talk about them, and you ready?
Fuck yeah.
Let's do it, man. All right, so the Conor Khabib press conference.
All right. A lot to start off with here, dude. Just because, I don't know, first time we've seen McGregor in front of a mic since the Mayweather thing, but I mean, to see him talk trash in his field, it's just electric. I thought it was awesome.
Yeah, me too. I think Conor definitely won that press conference.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, going into it, we knew Conor was going to win.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a surprise.
Yeah.
Khabib, he's not good at speaking English, so like we kind of knew going into it that Conor was going to dominate that aspect. But one thing I do wish they did was have the fans there, because, I mean, the fans are the ones who spend their money. They fly out to see these people, and, you know, it's kind of sad.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully for the next one, which they just announced will be Thursday, hopefully they'll have the fans there, because that's the whole 229 press conference.
Absolutely.
But I mean, I get it with the Russian fans and the Irish fans, but
yeah,
it would have been electric to see.
Oh, absolutely.
To see the fans there. It was awesome. The trash talk was on another level for
Oh
McGregor.
my God.
I mean, he came in.
I mean, we think he was a little drunk, which he could have been drunk.
I spotted that out. I thought he was handling.
I mean, he was promoting his whiskey Proper 12, show the Proper 12. Not in the U.S. yet, but we definitely want to try it. Yeah, he definitely was drinking that, so he could have been intoxicated. I mean, he was slurring with his words towards the end. But one thing I did like about the press conference, Conor didn't shy away from him throwing the dolly. That was something he kind of owned it. I
didn't think he was going to own it like that, but it's a story, like Dana said.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to tell a story the way it happened, and I mean, if Dana didn't promote that, if he didn't show Conor throwing the dolly, I think it would be a little weird. Yeah,
it just, the way he said it after was the most disgusting thing in UFC history. He was like,
yeah,
he was pissed about that, but I mean, it all worked out in the end for them. But the press conference was great.
I loved it.
Definitely set the tone for how the fight's gonna be.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. So, yeah, overall, great press conference. We both agree Conor won it, obviously, and yeah. So we'll move on to the second headline of the week, which is the Jon Jones USADA incident. Now, Lewis,
he's back.
He is back. But go ahead, Lou. Tell him what happened with the USADA thing.
All right. So, from our understanding, Jon Jones is now cleared in, I think, about 3 weeks to fight. Yeah. So supposedly he ratted out somebody or gave some information that was known by USADA. They kind of said that he was really compliant and worked well with them, so I mean, a lot of people saying he ratted on.
So was he a snitch?
We'll see. We don't know what's coming. A lot of people suggested that he could have ratted people out in other sports, like boxing or something, or given tips on like how guys do cheat.
Okay.
We don't know for sure, but it definitely doesn't look great from that angle.
Yeah.
And he also got another 3 months off, which came from USADA because they said he had no intention to cheat because he passed the drug test. That was a surprise, but when he had to take the scheduled one, he failed it. So it just doesn't make any sense there.
Well, from my perspective on things, anytime Jon Jones can fight is a good time for the UFC, and whether he snitched or not, I don't care.
Yeah, who cares?
To me, Jon Jones is the GOAT. He's the greatest to ever do it in an octagon. And whether he had to snitch and tell USADA ways to cheat, or if anyone cheated, I don't give a shit, because at the end of the day, we're seeing arguably one of the best fighters to ever grace the octagon fight again, which is what we all really want. Do you agree?
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. I mean, as a fighter, I get why like DC's pissed. I get why like Khabib's pissed because they have to take those tests and they pass them all. But I mean, it's a star-driven sport, star-driven industry. So
Absolutely.
What else do you expect?
Yeah.
Hopefully, he headlines an event coming up. We'll get a little into that next.
Yeah. So moving on to the last headline of the week, which is arguably one of the biggest ones, which is the 2:30 main event.
It's a confusing one.
Yeah, that is in New York. The co-main event is Nate Diaz versus Dustin Poirier. That is for the that is for nothing, pretty much. I mean,
it's a three-round fight right now.
3-round fight. There are rumors going around that they're gonna make a new weight class, the 165 division, and they're gonna fight for that title.
Super lightweights.
Super lightweights. So my opinion on this event, I think that I know Dana White already came out and said Jon Jones is not gonna headline and blah blah blah. But why wouldn't you put him in New York with Gustafsson? Why not do that as a headline?
Well, I have.
He's eligible to return.
They say there's issues in the way of it. Maybe it's a licensing issue.
Maybe, okay.
But
well, if that's the case, I get it.
I'll say this. I get why they haven't released a headline yet. From what Ariel Helwani's been saying, that they're kind of scrambling. But a lot of people are saying they're not going to announce who the main event is till after 229, because if it's that big of a headline, which it should be to overshine Diaz-Poirier, you don't want it to interfere with 229 in McGregor's return. So it's a smart marketing move if that's what they're doing to wait on it.
Okay.
But it is tough because tickets just went on sale today.
Yeah, exactly.
With no main event.
So how are you gonna? Yeah, that's true.
You know?
Selling tickets with no main event is not a good thing. But my other thing with this too is, okay, if Jon Jones or whatever, you don't want to do that. I get it. I understand. What about Brian Ortega and Max Holloway? Why put them in Canada? Why not put them in New York? For the title. Why not?
The only reason I could see not to is if Max isn't ready for that weight, to make that weight cut yet, and he had the issue last time where he had a huge scare, so I would love to see that fight there. That'd be huge for MSG.
I know, it's just like New York is like the biggest media market in the world, and like they don't have a main event.
I know.
That's crazy.
Especially they never just the last 3 main events at MSG, not just including the UFC, but it was McGregor, Alvarez, GSP Bisping, and Chael Sonnen fought Vanderlei there. Remember?
Oh yeah,
he was talking about MSG and how shitty it is.
Yeah, I just find it crazy how they haven't got a main event yet for that card. I think it's crazy. It's shaping up to be a good card, but I mean, I think the co-main event itself could be a main event, but
yeah, I'm a big fan of making the 165. As long as you're all right with making welterweight 175, which I'm sure Woodley wouldn't mind because it'd be a little easier on him to make the weight cuts.
Yeah,
and maybe some of the other welterweights will feel that way as well. Like Dos Anjos definitely could help as well.
Yeah.
But he could cut to 165 as well because he was a former 155er. I don't know why they don't do that. That's
Yeah, so we'll see what happens with that. I mean, we'll probably get updates about that this weekend or the following week, whatever. But we'll move on to the next segment, which is called the Pick'ems, where every upcoming card we'll give you our opinion on it and we'll make some predictions ourselves. So upcoming card is 229. Yeah, winners, exactly.
Put your money on it.
This upcoming card is UFC 229, which is obviously the biggest card in probably history. Conor and Khabib is on that card, obviously. So we're going to go and start with the FS1 prelims and talk a little bit about those and give you our predictions on that and break them down. So we'll start off with the first fight to open up the FS1 prelims, which is Aspen Ladd versus Tanya Evinger. United States versus United States, 2 women. This is the 135 division. As we can see right now, Aspen Ladd is undefeated. What do you think about that?
I'll say this.
I mean,
Tanya Evans is tough. So Aspen Ladd. I mean, I think she's more dangerous than Tanya Evinger, but Tanya Evinger took a beating.
Yeah, let's not forget about that. Tanya Evinger, she isn't ranked, but she did just fight Chris Cyborg, who was pretty much a guy. Like, you get hit by Chris Cyborg, you get hit by a guy.
You get hit by one of the strongest athletes on the planet.
And she took a beating from her. So if you take a beat from Chris Cyborg, I give you props. And she's going against number 9, Aspen Ladd. I mean, I don't know too much about her, to be honest with you, but going off her record, she's 6-0. 67% of her fights are TKOs and knockouts. They look pretty even.
On paper, yeah.
On paper, yeah, but I'm gonna go with the upset here, I guess. Tanya Evinger. She's not ranked, so I'm guessing that's an upset. I'm gonna pick her to win, decision, and just because she fought Chris Cyborg and she showed me she can take a beating.
Yeah, see, I think Aspen Ladd's going 7-0. I think she's gonna ground and pound her. I think Tanya Evinger's tough, and I think it's gonna get her through a little while. But I think if Aspen Ladd really starts to put a beating on her, I think they're gonna stop it, and that's what I think will happen.
All right, cool. So we'll move on to the next event. The next fight, which is Vincent Lecue versus Jalen Turner. So for this event, I'll be honest with you, I don't know any of these fighters. This guy don't even get a picture.
Yeah, he doesn't even have a picture with the UFC.
And none of them are ranked, so I mean, I'm just gonna go off the name, the Tarantula. I think that's a pretty scary nickname. So he's 6-3. The other guy's 13-6.
Always use nicknames to pick.
There you go. I mean, the Silent Assassin is pretty good too. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah. I'm gonna go with Jalen Turner. He has an 83% knockout rate, which is fucking phenomenal. The other guy could get good submissions though. Jalen Turner got the height. He got 2 inches reach, so I'm gonna go Jalen Turner. I'm gonna guess a knockout. You know, that's my opinion.
I've only seen Jalen Turner once. So
yeah,
I think
that's pretty new.
I mean, he's an athletic guy. He's tough. I think that I don't know. I don't really have high expectations for this fight. Again, I'm probably gonna go LeCue. Probably unanimous decision.
All right.
Yeah.
Moving on.
I can't wait. This is a good fight.
This is a great fight. This is Sergio Pettis versus Jose Formiga. This is USA versus Brazil. Sergio Pettis, older brother Anthony Pettis, co-main in this card versus Tony Ferguson. Both brothers, Sergio and Anthony, phenomenal fighters, championship fighters. Sergio's 17-3. Formiga is 21-5. I'm gonna go Team USA here. I think Sergio Pettis is phenomenal. Great BJJ skills. Got power in both hands. He's very fast. The 125 division, they're all fast. They're all flyweights. I'm going to go Sergio Pettis. Maybe a submission, but if not submission, I'm going to go with the 3-round decision with Sergio Pettis.
Yes, I think Pettis is really gonna show his skills in this one. I mean, I think Formiga might try to grapple him, but Pettis is phenomenal on the ground. Both the Pettis brothers are phenomenal.
Now let me ask you this though: whoever wins this fight, do you think they get? Moving on to the last fight of the prelims.
Oh yeah, baby, Sugar Sean.
Sean O'Malley versus Jose Quinones. Sugar Sean 10-0. What can I say about him? Right, he's fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, he's one of the UFC's guys. He's really on the push.
They're really pushing him. I think he's gonna win this fight easily.
He's got the look.
I think this is the fight where he knocks out, he gets his knockout, and I think it's gonna be a second round knockout. I really do. That's what I think.
Second round knockout.
Second round knockout.
Yeah, the guy he's facing. I mean, I think it's another. He's headlining the prelims. They want him to look great, so I'm definitely going Sugar Sean. I don't know what round it's gonna go by KO or it's gonna be another dominant decision. He's got the reach. He's taller than this guy as well, which he's gonna be taller than most people in weight because he's a giant.
That's what I'm saying.
For that division, but yeah, I think this is gonna be an easy Sugar Sean win.
Absolutely, yeah. So we'll that's the end of the prelims right there. That's
main card time.
Yeah, prelims are great. We're gonna move on to the main card. Starting off the main card, we got two beautiful women. We got Michelle Waterson, aka the Karate Hottie, versus Felice Herrig, which is the Bulldog, low Bulldog. I like this fight a lot. I think it got great potential for a fight of the night, possibly. Michelle Waterson coming off a great fight, last fight she had. She showed off her cardio well. She did great that fight. She used to have cardio problems in the past, but I guess she got some new trainings and stuff, and she looked phenomenal. I like her to win this fight by submission. As you can see, she got a 60% submission rate. She's a great wrestler, black belt. She's phenomenal. I think she could pull it off and get a submission here. Maybe a second round one.
Michelle Waterson?
Yeah, that's what I think.
See, I'm gonna go
Felice Herrig's good though.
I'm gonna go Felice Herrig on this one. Again, I think Felice might bully her a little bit.
It's a toss-up.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's gonna be a good fight. Again, I think if it stays on the feet, I think Waterson might be in trouble.
That's true.
Felice Herrig is strong. She's a tough chick. But yeah, I'm gonna go with her. I think Waterson. She's lost some tough fights. Like she's lost to like Tisha Torres and I believe Joanna might have been one of her losses as well. Oh no, yeah. Rose Namajunas. I'm sorry, it was Rose. So two of her last losses were to two world-class fighters. So I don't think she's gonna get it done. I think Herrig's gonna really shine.
All right. So yeah, move on to. Look at this fight. Derek Lewis versus Alexander Volkov. Two heavy hitters. Once again, USA versus Russia.
Heavyweights, baby.
Heavyweights. Some heavy hitters, man. I'm going to go with... I know it seems like I keep picking the favorites, but I love the Black Beast. I think he has so much power. I mean, he almost has a 90% KO, TKO rate. His back had issues last time when he fought Francis Ngannou, which really struggled, but... he has something to prove this fight. He said it. He was like, I have something to prove this fight, and I think he's gonna come out swinging. And when a guy like Derek Lewis comes out swinging, I feel bad for the other guy because he's in big trouble. And I'm gonna go with a knockout, second round.
I'm gonna stick with the guy who's been hot. Even though Derek Lewis got a win in his last fight, Volkov stopped Fabricio Verdum. So I mean, former UFC champ Volkov's I think on a 3-fight win streak now.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, I just think Derek Lewis's back is still gonna give him issues. Not that I'm not saying that, but I don't know how healed his back is. And from what I know, what I saw the last fight, I'm gonna go with Volkov. Definitely healthier, and I think he's gonna take out the Black Beast. Probably a decision.
Yeah. Cool. So moving on, we're almost at the co-main event. We got one more fight, and it is Ovince St. Preux versus Dominic Reyes. This is a good fight. This fight has potential too. We got two up-and-coming people. I mean, OS Preux. I mean, he did lose to Jon Jones, but he did regain himself. He had some pretty impressive fights after that. Dominic Reyes, great fighter too, undefeated, 9-0. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, they're
both pretty much the same physique, just about the same height and everything. This is a toss-up.
It's a good test for Reyes.
I'm gonna go with the underdog here. I'm gonna go with Dominic Reyes. I'm gonna go to decision because OSP he's pretty tough, but I'm gonna go with decision with Dominic Reyes.
Yeah. See, this one's tough for me.
It is tough. It's a toss-up.
I haven't seen Dominic Reyes take on anybody as good as OSP before, but
yeah.
What I'm gonna say is
it's a tough one. Yeah, it's a tough one.
I'll give Dominic Reyes the benefit of the doubt. This might be his first big win.
Yeah.
First big win, and I think he might stop him.
Absolutely. All right. Here we go. The co-main event. In my opinion, this fight has gotten little to no coverage, which is absolutely sinful. We got Tony Ferguson, El Cucuy, and Anthony Pettis. Showtime, Anthony Pettis. Two former champions. Tony got stripped. I mean, you could say he wasn't a champion, but he technically was. And he got stripped, which was, I think, unlawful because he got stripped during the UFC media event, and they didn't strip Conor McGregor for a while, but that's a topic for another day. But I like Tony Ferguson in this fight. I like Tony Ferguson in any fight pretty much, but this fight especially, I like him. I know you think he has better setup than Tony, right?
Who, Pettis?
Yeah. Not better, but in the same ballpark.
I think they're definitely in the same ballpark. It's just Tony gets hit a lot more than Pettis does, so I think Pettis he's a smarter striker because Tony knows that he can take shots, and that's in his game plan. I mean, he takes shots every...
Yeah, no, I definitely...
He's not like a Gaethje.
The way I see this fight going is I see this fight starring, obviously, on the feet. I think both fighters are going to be throwing whatever they throw, combos, kicks, or whatever. I see Tony somehow getting to the ground, and when it's to the ground, I think Tony's going to take the advantage there, and I think a triangle choke or a dodge choke is coming. Don't forget, Tony Ferguson has the most dodge chokes in UFC history, which is, I think, 3, could be 4.
Yeah, I think it's
I'm almost positive 3. So I'm going to go with Tony Ferguson with a second-round submission once again. Love the second round.
Yeah, see, I think this is going to end up being a standing battle, but I do think someone is going to go down from a shot, and I do think Tony's a little better on the ground. He's certainly better off his back. Anthony Pettis has great jiu-jitsu, too. But I think Tony's going to win. He's going to get a nice bounce back. It'll probably be a unanimous.
And then he'll get a title shot.
Yeah, he has to get one.
Yeah. All right. Which is what we're waiting for. This is the main event. Khabib Nurmagomedov, the Eagle, versus Conor, the notorious McGregor. I mean, there's nothing left to say here. Khabib 26-0.
It's about time it's here.
Yeah, absolutely.
About time it's almost
We might do a separate show just on this fight.
Yeah.
Conor McGregor 21-3. I mean, I don't even know what to say here. Conor faced way better opponents, but Khabib is 26-0 is very impressive, not to say the least.
Again, and it looks like it's a classic striker versus grappler matchup.
But there's more to it.
I was just gonna say, I mean, not even outside of like what they're both known for. I mean, there's a lot more unknown about them. We've never seen Khabib have to stand and strike for as long, because he always goes to the takedown. I mean, I don't blame him. That's his bread and butter. But
yeah,
I mean, we haven't really seen McGregor try to grapple that much either. I mean, he stopped a couple of Chad Mendez's takedowns, but way bigger opponent, way completely different style of grappling from U.S. Olympic wrestling to You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dagestanian wrestling. Well, not Dagestanian wrestling.
I know
but
what you mean, yeah.
Khabib's from Dagestan. They train completely different.
Completely different. So my thoughts on this fight is simple. I think Conor's going to win this fight, and I'm going to give you the reason why, which is I think Khabib's going to come in like he usually does, aggressive, looking for that takedown, single leg, double leg, whatever it is. And I think Conor, with his precision and his power, I think he's going to catch him on the chin. And Khabib's never been tested with power and precision like Conor before, because Conor's easily the best striker he's ever fought. And I think that he's going to catch Khabib, and if in my opinion, if he beats Khabib, it has to be by knockout. And I'm going to go with a first round knockout because I just really think he's going to catch Khabib and he's going to hit him in the chin and he's going to fall. Yeah, that's my opinion.
It's going to be a first round knockout. I just think that McGregor's distancing is too good.
Way too good.
Yeah, I think he's going to keep him. He's going to stay out of the line of the takedowns. I think Khabib's slow.
And let's not forget one thing too, sorry to cut you off, is when he fought Jose Aldo, he knocked him out in 13 seconds.
Jose was eager though.
Yeah. But Jose Aldo was never out. But 13 seconds. He's been the champion for how many years before? 10 years. He knocked out the champ in 13 seconds. I think Khabib's gonna be eager too. That's what I'm trying to say. Is he's gonna look for that takedown because Khabib's so used to mauling people, and Conor, with his precision and with his power in his left hand, it is the lethal weapon. And I think Khabib's gonna be in for a rude awakening, man. I'm calling it first round KO.
Yeah, I'm going to agree on the first round KO. I think Khabib might get him down, and I think McGregor might get back up at first. But if not, he might not be there when Khabib tries to take him down. I don't think he's ever fought anybody as good on his feet as Conor. And not only just striking, when I say good on his feet, he's good at moving and keeping the distance between him and whoever is trying to come at him. So I just don't think the takedowns are going to be there all the time. And I like you said, if he comes in and he keeps his chin up.
Yeah.
He keeps his chin up. If he comes in like that, I think
it's over. Yeah, it's very dangerous against a striker.
That chin hasn't been tested like that. So
absolutely not.
But on the other hand, if McGregor gets taken to the ground for a while, it could get ugly. But I don't see it happening. I think McGregor's taking this one. Yeah. The champ is back.
The champ is back. So those are our predictions for UFC 229. This will be released before the event, so you'll be able to see our predictions, see how we did. We pretty much disagreed on most fights, which is pretty weird.
I like that.
Yeah, so I mean, we pretty much touched on everything else. I know you wanted to mention one thing.
Go ahead. This weekend, Bellator 206. Mousasi versus Rory McDonald. I cannot wait for that fight. That's gone so under the radar. It's the greatest fight in Bellator history.
Oh, absolutely. Not even
the greatest fight outside of the UFC.
Now let's not forget what Ariel said. We arguably have the two best fighters in the welterweight division and the middleweight division
in the world,
each other.
Yeah.
Counting the UFC.
Personally, I like Whitaker a little more than Mousasi, but I definitely think the argument's there. But no, this is gonna be a great fight.
Predictions? What are you thinking? I know what I'm thinking.
I want Rory McDonald to win. I just think Mousasi is going to be a little big for him, and I think he's gonna get a stoppage, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, Mousasi has a shit ton of fights, 52 fights, 44-6 with 2 no decisions. He's definitely the bigger man in there. I'll tell you that much. Rory walks around at 190, he got to cut down 5 pounds, whereas Mousasi, he walks around at like 2 something, he cuts down to 185. So. Honestly, I'm gonna go Rory McDonald because I like him, but
he's a tough bastard.
Tough bastard.
The only way there's 2 ways to beat either one of these guys. You've gotta make Mousasi tired if you're Rory, because you gotta use the weight against him. I just think Mousasi's the bigger man, and then if you don't get Mousasi tired, he's gonna hurt Rory early.
All right, so this is gonna wrap it up for the first episode of the MMA Countdown show. We're gonna be doing this weekly show. Pretty much every Friday we'll be filming it. We'll be releasing it during the weekend sometime. On top of that, we'll have some podcasts coming out weekly too.
Yeah.
Follow us on Instagram, MMA Countdown, Twitter, the MMA Countdown, and
great content, great guys.
Great content, great guys.
Show's fucking sick.
Yeah. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.